as far as that motion is granted, charge dismissed. Does she have any others?
No, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. But I'll go ahead and give this to Madam Clerk so that.
Okay. Okay. Wesley Blaine Beitler?
Yes, sir.
All right. He is here. Is this a VOP arraignment or is it a VOP arraignment?
I didn't catch the last name.
Beitler?
Okay.
Based on a new charge of
A DUI?
DUI, fleeing, and eluding and possession.
What, misdemeanors?
No, they're all felony. One felony and two misdemeanors.
Oh, okay. Is there an offer for him?
Yes, Your Honor, but because he was on probation on two other cases, one of which underlying charge was burglary, he scores prison, so the offer to close all the cases is 24 months, DOC, with credit for time served.
How much time have you served, do you know?
3 weeks, sir.
Oh, they've made an offer. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. You can have a public defender appointed to represent you, or you can take the offer, 24 months for everything with credit for time served. Means you'll probably, I don't know, you end up doing approximately probably 18 months, 20 months, 18 months, something like that, I guess.
I've received a letter that said I had a public defender appointed to me.
You want a public defender?
I do, and
Okay.
I thought I'd already had one. Mr. Gibbs was supposed to represent me.
Well, I'll appoint public defender if there's some mix-up to make sure you have an attorney. I'll appoint a public defender again, okay? This is Mr. Williams. Mr. Gibbs is not here right at the
I'm
moment.
with the Public Defender's Office also, and I'll make sure that Mr. Gibbs is made aware of it. Judge, what's the plan for today?
We'll set him for, enter a denial on the VOP, and set him for, what's a VOP day in September?
Your Honor, if I may, can we track it with the new law, so we have all three cases
Okay,
together?
yeah.
Whenever that is set for arraignment, I don't think it's been arraigned on that yet.
All right, whenever his arraignment is on the new law, we'll just track it with that case.
Madam Clerk, do you have a date on that?
August, thank you.
Okay, August 31st. The public defender or their investigators will be up to see you.
What are the chances of getting some kind of court order treatment instead of?
Let them file a necessary
That's
motion.
something we'll look into.
They'll file a necessary motion to look into that,
Thank you.
okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty, sir.
The court date will be when?
August 31st.
Ms. Flowers, you got some cases? All right. What's her name?
This is Brianna Bajent.
Bajent?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see. Brianna Lee Bajent.
Yes, and we've reached an agreement with the state. Your Honor, I just need Ms. Leona to sign it.
Ms. Bajent, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
Approach with the plea agreement.
All right, this is State of Florida versus Brianna Lee Bajent, 23 CF 975. You are charged with accessory after the fact to a felony, a second-degree felony. You want to enter a no contest plea to that count, correct? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form, which explains your rights? You understand you're waiving your rights by entering this plea? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Are you happy with the work Ms. Flowers has done for you on your case?
Absolutely.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Sentence you to withhold adjudication, 3 years probation, no contact with co-defendant Jolanta Durham, $415 court costs, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 cost of defense, waive costs of supervision, and truthfully testify at trial of Jolanta Durham. Okay?
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Overshot the runway. Okay.
And then I've got some inmates, Your Honor. Your Honor, Jennifer Flowers on behalf of Mr. Hunter, Shane Daniel Hunter, 21 CF 2786.
Okay.
We're here on a VOP. I've just been recently appointed a couple days ago, so we'll enter a denial today and ask to set on the next VOP date.
Is that August 31st?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
If I may mention this to Ms. Flowers, Your Honor, on this case, my offer was to have him evaluated for drug court, so while he's...
Okay. Thank you. Well, I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
James?
Your Honor, this is Ryan James. We're here on his case, his two cases, 22 CF 1365 and 22 CF 1431. We were supposed to be set for a sentencing today. He previously entered a negotiated plea with the state. But since that plea, he has filed a motion for a Nelson hearing. So I am not sure how that works and if we need to hear that. I'm
Well,
just not sure how that
He's
works.
here, he entered a plea, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you not understand when you entered that plea?
May I, sir?
Yeah.
Previously, sir, before I signed this deal, I had a 68-month offer that I signed. And I guess my lawyer didn't notify the state about me wanting to sign that deal, but I asked her to get it lowered, but she didn't get it lowered. And I said, if you can't get it lowered, then I would previously like to sign the 68-month deal that was offered to me. That was back in June or July, I believe it was. And I asked for time to speak with my family on it before me signing the deal. And before the deal was revoked, without my knowledge being revoked, the state offered another deal that I was forced to sign. Didn't want to sign because I was forced to either sign this or go to trial. I didn't want to go to trial. I wanted the 68-month offer that was previously, that I signed with my attorney. And
It's not in effect. She can't make the state do anything.
No, I understand. My point exactly.
So she cannot make them do anything. If they offered you a certain amount,
Yes, that I signed,
you did sign
a
that?
68-month deal.
What-
Yes, sir.
Miss Flowers, what?
May I, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Because I was obviously negotiating a plea agreement with Ms. Flowers. The offer of 60 months
60
was...
or 68?
60. It was 60 months.
68.
Was 68. I apologize. Was 68. Was open until the case was set for a...
Services. Do you want to use
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
seed or sprinkle it?
It's, I'm sorry, call my voice. It was set for a motion to suppress hearing, and I mentioned in court on the record I revoked the 68 months offer when the case was set for the motion to suppress. The motion to suppress was reset for a later date. At that point, after discussions with Ms. Flowers, she decided that the best course of action was to withdraw that motion due on the to case law. And that offer at that point was for 90 months. And that's what he pled to.
But the point is, the matter of fact is, I was never notified about this, the state revoking the 68-month offer in the first place that I signed. And so then you tell me that the motion to suppress is not going to be heard just due for case law and not giving me a chance to even.
Well, hang on a second, I hadn't sentenced him to anything, have I?
We are here today, yes, Your Honor, you sentenced him to the 90 months. He was sentenced to
The sentencing was set for today. He entered a plea, the sentencing was set for today, but I would suggest that if we're going to have a Nelson hearing and then I need to
Well, that's what we're having right now.
okay.
No,
Then-
well,
then-
I disagree with Ms. Flowers. He was sentenced to the 90 months, but he requested that the sentence be imposed at a later date because he needed to resolve some family issues before being sent. And the court agreed to that, and when the state objected. So today, we're here to impose that sentence for him to go to DOC.
It was a negotiated plea. It wasn't an open plea to the court.
All right,
There was a 68-month that was I originally wanted, Judge Ontario, not the 90. I was being forced to sign this 90 months in order to not go to trial and get sentenced to 30 years as my lawyer said I was supposed to get in case I do go to trial. I didn't want that weight on my head. I wanted the 68 month that I signed from the get-go, Your Honor, and that way we didn't have to be here in this situation from the get-go, sir. I was never notified, never given a chance or the opportunity to even negotiate with my lawyer about the 68 months, but that I signed, that it was revoked for me, with me not being notified about the situation.
Signed the 68
I
month?
signed the 68. I had a plea agreement from the state
Where's
state
the
office.
signed 68 months?
Your Honor, that is incorrect.
I didn't sign the 68 months?
You signed,
I know I signed the 68. You brought the plea agreement to me up
and
there
we
to the
were
jail.
set, and we were set for an early.
You came to your
Hang on a second.
courtroom.
I can't hear.
I
both
apologize,
of you
sir.
at
We
once.
came to your courtroom, and she said it was a miscommunication on the plea agreement from the last time it was on record here in the courtroom. She said it was a miscommunication, sir. We would like a continuance on the 68-month offer that I signed.
What are you saying, Mr. Were you involved in this somehow?
Judge, I've represented him on another case. My case, Null-Pros, was entered in exchange for a plea back on July 3rd.
68 months, am I correct?
No. No, the plea agreement that is before the court, that you entered on the 3rd, the one that you're complaining and saying that you shouldn't have entered, I don't know really what you're saying. But on that one, pursuant to that one, my case, a Null-Pros was entered. My case is on the docket for today, and we pulled it out closed, so I do have it with me. But both myself and Ms. Flowers, both together and separately, did meet with Mr. James. Flowers explained to him in my presence about the miscommunication. What it sounded to me like was that this was a proposed plea agreement. And if I recall correctly, the difference was over 8 months. What he wanted was 60 months. That's what he was prepared to sign. And Ms. Flowers had a motion to suppress pending. And the original agreement should have been 68 and not 60. The state wasn't willing to go 60 on it. And then pursuant to doing research on the motion to suppress, the state found case law that indicated that the motion was not well taken. All of that was discussed with Mr. James. He had difficulty understanding how that could take place, and I think after the state announced that they found the case law, and they provided, it wasn't my motion, they provided the case law to Ms. Flowers. The state announced that they were no longer going to be willing to do 60. I explained to Mr. James myself that a plea agreement is like a contract in that both parties have to agree for there to be an agreement. But
All right, Mr. Williams. All right, Ms. Flowers, what do you
And let me
say?
clarify this, because I just wanted to make sure we were having the Nelson hearing and that I could
Yeah.
properly defend myself against the claims that Mr. James is making. He signed, what happened was, I went to the jail, we had an offer for 68 months, I had filed a motion to suppress. He signed the 68 months, but at the jail, he said, I'm not gonna do this unless you get it down to 60. The state would not agree to that. We were set for an early plea. When we came here for the early plea, he balked and said, absolutely not, I'm not signing my life away, I'm not going to enter this plea any longer. So we didn't enter the plea that day. At that time, we didn't know what was going on. And I mean, the state could have revoked the offer at that time. I didn't tell him it was revoked at that time,
It
but
was,
later on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Flowers.
But later
It
on.
was on the record, on
That's my point, is I was
on
never
that day
notified
when he
of that.
didn't take that 68 months, I revoked it.
That's it, that's my point, is that's not your fault, ma'am. I'm not disputing your offer, but I was never notified of the offer being revoked or anything at the time.
It was
Your
done
Honor.
on the record, Your Honor. I revoked it on the record when he decided not to plead. So I don't know why he would state that he didn't know. What I want to mention, one
Look, is
second.
there any problem if I just give him 68 months?
Oh, yes, Your Honor, there is a big problem, because that's not the agreement. The agreement was filed and entered on the record on July 3rd. This is what the clerk's website is showing. And the clerk's minute sheet showed that on 8:10 and 9 o'clock, we were going to have the imposition of the sentence. I'm reading it off of the minute.
That sentence was what?
90 months. And the plea agreement that was signed and filed with this court on July 3rd explains exactly the terms. I'm pulling it up. That he pled to, there you go. Count 4 of 4622 CF 1365. He pled to 90 months, Department of Correction, with 3 years minimum mandatory sentence. And then on the other counts, he got 5 years Department of Correction concurrent with that count. And that's the same for the other case that he had pending at the time. And the plea agreement has been signed by the defendant. There is the defendant's signature on this plea agreement that was entered in the court.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
today, we only have to impose the 90-month sentence.
I mean, what's the maximum he's looking at? 30 years, you said?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I just wanted a 68-month offer that I signed from the original, sir, and just get this situation over with, Your Honor, because I feel it's in my best interest. You know what I mean? If I can't do that, Your Honor, I'm willing to ask you that, sir, today, sir, because I don't feel like I've been given a proper, diligent work that I'm doing as a defendant, Your Honor, and for her to just sit here and just like not acknowledge her mistake. That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. I want the 68 months that I signed from the original, and that she said that I did sign. I said if you can't get down to 60 months, I would sign the 68 because I
No,
already
he didn't
signed.
say that. He never said that. He balked at it, and Jay Williams can vouch for that.
And he's facing, Your Honor, for the record,
How much
100
you know?
I'm sorry.
You know, I understand everyone.
I think it's probably, would be good, I don't know.
Your Honor, he's facing 108 years in prison, not 30 years. 30 years only for that count that he's pleading to the 90 months. It's 30 years.
Judge, I'm looking at the score sheet. What I saw and what I went over with him would have been the F1, which would be 30 years, another F1, which would be 30 years.
So the record's clear. Mr. Williams, you're the public defender, and you had him first. And
Yes.
you made certain offers to him, which I guess were rejected or whatever, and then you withdrew for some reason, and then Ms. Flowers was appointed.
No, Judge. Ms. Flowers was appointed on subsequent cases where there was a conflict of interest. There was not a conflict of interest in my case. We don't withdraw just so that he only has one lawyer. We only withdraw if there's a conflict of interest. So I continued to work my case. Ms. Flowers continued to work her cases. There was at one point, sounded like a global offer,
68 months.
and I sent an email to Ms. Leone about it. That was on June 21st. 21st, or rather, she responded on June 21st. Mine was earlier that day, 1:19. She said, he doesn't have a global offer at this time. I'm setting for trial the two cases where depositions have been done. I don't believe Ms. Flowers' motion to suppress has any real basis in the evidence I have. Now, the offer that I had on just my case was 15 years in prison with minimum mandatories of 3 and 7 years. Frankly, Judge, I didn't feel like that was the kind of offer that we ought to do anything other than go to trial on. And then Flowers got involved with her cases and started working on those, and then mine wound up ultimately being dismissed as part of the plea offer to cover all.
There was a 68-month offer. And just to be clear for the record, I want Mr. James to get whatever is lawful, and I'm not trying to advocate against him, but I also need to advocate for myself. He's making false claims against, it's like saying that
false claims am I making? The only thing I
that
ask
I
is
didn't do my job.
Mr. James,
And may I speak? Both of y'all are speaking over me.
let me talk, I'll let you talk, let her talk.
Yes, sir.
There was a 68-month offer. He rejected the offer. The state withdrew the offer, which they are within their rights to do. And there was a new offer at that time. They were going to withdraw the second offer if we went through with the motion to suppress. The second offer was the 90 months. If we went through with the motion to suppress, I was informed that that second offer was going to be withdrawn. So I withdrew the motion to suppress because I didn't think that we would be successful, and I didn't want them to withdraw the second offer for 90 months. That is the timeline.
Because the only things I will add to it is he was told by me that a plea offer, the difference between that and a contract is that it's not solid until the judge accepts it. And at that time, the court hadn't accepted the offer. Also, I did a deep dive into the score sheet and the prior record on the score sheet, pulled him up on CCIS, and was able to verify all of the prior record on the score sheet.
And so the charges you got dismissed had a minimum mandatory 7 years?
Judge, I was looking at a global score sheet when I said that, or a global offer when I said that.
No, his case was only a sell, manufacture, deliver case. Mine were two cases. One was a trafficking that had a 7-year minimum mandatory. The second case was a trafficking case that had a 3-year minimum mandatory. The original offer was 15 years.
Yeah, mine was just a possession of, well, this is mine was a fentanyl case, so mine didn't have, it was not trafficking. Actually, it looks like the offer that I'm looking at might have been for 22 CF 1431, which is a different case number than mine.
I've got the written plea that was put to the. It's 109 years.
And then I've got the original guideline score sheet that was sent over that had everything on it, as well as my notes on checking into the prior record. And it looks like actually looking at the notes, this would have been when my predecessor had the file.
So someone else had that file?
Somebody else with our office had it, and then it became my case when I came on board. Probably it was Mr. Russell. No, it was Ms. Etheridge. Ms. Etheridge had it. I took it over. My first jail visit with him was December 22nd. And I saw him 5 times.
I'm just confused. Are we having the Nelson hearing or a sentencing hearing? 'Cause, am I going to be found ineffective because
No.
of, okay.
No, it looks to me like I'm trying to figure out if there's enough evidence here for him to have a clear understanding of what was going on. I'm not saying you're ineffective, and I'm specifically fine you're not ineffective. His problem is whether there's a conflict of some type here or a misunderstanding with 2 or 3 different attorneys he's apparently had and different plea offers and signing one thing. I'm trying to figure out what is fair to the state and what's fair to the defendant. Inclined to give you 75 months.
Yeah, I don't believe the court can. There is no agreement then. The agreement was entered with the state
Well, the
because,
sentencing was left up to the court, wasn't it?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. That's where we disagree. I think today was imposition of the
You want me
sentence.
to I'll have to let him withdraw his plea. And you want to withdraw your plea and go to trial, and I'll,
That I don't, sir, because
you don't?
if you're willing to give me the 75
Well,
months,
they're saying that there was a specific agreement to 90 months.
yes, sir, it was, but I want to know about the 6 to 8 months, so that was,
Well, I'm finding that there's enough evidence that, I can let you,
Your Honor is not
Mr.
set.
Williams, I'm trying to talk to,
I'm sorry, Judge, I'm advising him what his options might be with regard to the last couple of statements that the court made and a way to get there.
may I ask a question?
Can I approach?
I'm trying to come up with something reasonable, but if my options are, the state says, no, we're not going to,
Your Honor,
we don't want to go with anything less than 90 months, is apparently what the state is saying. I understand, and I understand your position, Ms. Leon, but apparently it looks like he's had 3 lawyers in this thing,
I've been with him since the beginning.
but Mr. Williams' case involved your case in a way, correct? And someone else, Ms. Etheridge, somehow was involved in all
She
of
had
it.
the case before I did. She was with Hope Benefits,
Yeah.
you'll recall. Still is, but over in Stanton.
If he was confused about the 90 months, I guess I would give you 90 months or let you withdraw your plea because you were confused, and you'll go to trial.
And I would ask that you appoint
I
conflict-free
guess you'll
counsel.
go to trial, yeah.
If he withdraws his plea, I would ask
You want
that.
your
Your
90
Honor.
months, you know what you're getting, how much time you served in jail. How much time you served in jail?
Going on 14 months.
14 months, see, that's a ton of credit for time served.
Your Honor, may I ask a question? If I reject my offer,
You're going to go to trial,
No.
and you get looking at maybe 100 years or whatever Mr.
My-
Williams was saying.
that's what I'm saying. If I reject my offer and open plea to you today, and would you be imperable to impose the 75 months that you just said?
No, if the state agreed to that as a compromise because of possible confusion. The issue is 90 months or let you withdraw your plea, and then whatever happens. You may pick up, sounds like you got a bunch of minimum mandatories you're looking at. I'm not giving you a minimum mandatory, am I, Ms. Leon, with 90 months?
yes, he
3
agreed to 3 years instead of 7
Yeah,
and
well,
3.
Yeah, instead of 7. But you've already got 14 months, so that counts off your minimum mandatory.
Yes, sir, it does.
So, I'm trying to be fair, but they're insistent that was the deal. There was no discretion, which sometimes that's part of a deal, that this is what the judge is going to give you. And I'm not going to go higher than 90 months, but apparently the state's standing firm that was the offer, and the only option I have is to let you withdraw or give you the 90 months with credit for time served.
Your Honor,
If you go to trial, you're looking at a lot of, and I have no discretion on that. This minimum mandatory is 7 years. That means, how many months is 7 times?
84 months.
84? See, that's a minimum, and if you get 90 months, the minimum, you've already gone, use 3, you've already done 14 of it, so you'll probably be out in, I don't know, not very, a lot less than 7 years, I think.
Your Honor, if I may, there is no motion to withdraw the plea that the court can rule on. There needs to be a motion filed for withdrawal of the plea, because what I would ask the court to do is to review court smart for when he pled, whether or not he understood what he was signing, and the whole discussion that we had about postponing the imposition of the
I'm
sentence.
giving you 90 months, or you can withdraw your plea, and you're looking at minimum mandatory 7 at least if you get convicted. Credit for time served. Trying to help you out,
What do you suggest I do, Your Honor?
I can't suggest what you do.
I'm
I
stuck in a
suggest
rock
you
and
don't
I'm
break
stuck
the
in a rock and a
law.
hard- you know what I mean? I
I'm
mean,
trying,
went from
you
16 months.
got about the most sweethearted judge in the world right
That's
here.
my point exactly, sir, and I'm
You know,
grateful for it, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, I go from,
I give people every chance, every break I possibly can,
and I don't feel like I was given a break, Your Honor. You know what I'm
well,
saying? Went
yeah,
from
you were, because if you get to trial and you lose, you're looking at a minimum 7 years and maybe 100 years or whatever Mr. Williams was saying. They could, I'm telling you, 90 year, see, you even got me, 90 months with credit for time served with only the 3-year minimum mandatory, which you've already done, half that is, that's, and I think a job well done by Ms. Flowers getting that type of deal with all you're looking at domestic violence strangulation, possession of more than 20 grams of marijuana, drug possession without a prescription, amphetamine trafficking, narcotic possession and use, resisting an officer without violence, possession of more than 20 grams of marijuana, drug possession, control without prescription, possession of a controlled substance, violation of pretrial release conditions, driving license suspended or revoked. Rather a substantial resume. So it looks like there's a lot of time there, potentially. So 90 months seems to me like Ms. Flowers did a wonderful job in even that, especially get you coming off that 7-year minimum mandatory. I mean, that's hard. That's hard time. 3 years is not hard time because you already done 14 of those months. And I'm not going to give you more than 90. I'm going to give you 90 as the maximum on all this. Okay?
Sir.
All right, good luck to you, 90 months, concurrent. Is that a legal sentence on these, or that are only misdemeanor? I can't, how do we want to do this so that he doesn't get,
The it was all
I don't want him
spelled
to
out.
have any problems down at DOC.
Right, Your Honor, it was all spelled out in the plea agreement that was entered on July 3rd. I think on the misdemeanors, he was getting time served.
Okay, I'm giving you time served on the misdemeanors.
Yes, sir.
So you've done your time there, and on the felonies some of these are 5-year felonies.
That is correct. And the third-degree felonies would be 5 years concurrent.
I got my calculator here. Okay, so what I'll do is sentence him to 5 years on the third-degree felonies and 90 months on the second-degree felonies. Is that correct? There's a second degree?
It's a first-degree felony.
First degree? A first degree, oh my gosh, that's looking at 30 years. I'm going to sentence you to time served on the misdemeanors, 5 years concurrent on the third-degree felonies, and 90 months on the first degree concurrent with all the third degree and the misdemeanor charges, credit for time served. Minimum mandatory 3, but you've served 14 months of it.
Sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
You're smart, Mr. James. You're a good man. Don't get into these drugs and,
Sir.
Get into some kind of counseling down there, and you're probably going to go to a minimum security type prison because most of your stuff, it looks like, is just drug. You're going to go to a minimum security place and get some rehab, and before you know it, it'll be over with. You won't be doing a trial, and then I got to look at giving you 100 years or something. I don't want to do that, or a minimum 7. So concurrent on everything, minimum 3, credit for time served. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I also have Mr. Lett.
Your Honor, this is Ricky Lett, and we're in negotiations with the state. We thought we might have a resolution today, but we're almost there. So if we could set him out
Number 7.
September 7th on all his cases.
Okay, Ricky Landell Letts, September 7th.
Judge, Mr. Lett did ask in particular that I inquire that y'all continue to work diligently on it. A couple of years.
What? A couple of years?
He was in federal custody for
Oh.
a long, long time.
Okay, so not in,
Well, he was in our jail because the federal.
oh, but it was a federal sentence or something?
There was a federal case, that's the one that was ultimately resolved with a not guilty by reason of insanity, and the U.S. Attorney's Office.
We'll
just-
get you done as fast as possible.
And Your Honor,
Yes, Your Honor.
I've just been appointed or assigned to these cases last week, so I am in the process of reviewing all of the cases, and I've been in contact with Ms. Flowers, and
Maybe,
we're gonna push
sounds
together.
like Ms. Flowers is working hard on your case, and we'll get it resolved. She'll get it resolved for you, okay?
Right, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
I want to have in some of these complex cases, you know, when I was a defense attorney, in addition to the plea form, I'd have my own memorandum in big bold letters as to what what the deal is, and have them sign it like 10 times.
May I speak to me out loud real quick?
Who is this now? Chase Stewart? Chase Brandon Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I would invite.
Requested to take community control instead of this plea for one reason. My memo was 85. My dad was doing fine and taking care of her. Since I've been in here this 4 months, he had a stroke, and he's now on a walker or on one of the four ways. I've requested to take community control and probation to get back there and take care of them. That's my only statement, sir. Other than that, I'm going to have to sign this and go for 6 more months to Keaton, which I don't mind doing that. However,
Here we go.
Your Honor.
Whatever the
I've-
deal was is, now he has said, apparently, he's telling me that since he agreed to whatever this negotiation was, his dad has had a stroke or something, or whatever, I
No,
mean,
Your Honor, Ms. I think if you just do the plea colloquy and make sure that this is, I've gone over the deal, and gone over the fact that the state is not willing to do community control, that this was the deal, or he scores 28 months prison, which we can certainly set for trial or VOP hearing if we need to do
she
that.
can't make them offer anything. They can only offer what they want to offer.
I sign, sir.
Okay.
I sign, Your Honor. Chase Brandon Stewart, that's my name.
Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Swear
Your
to tell
Honor.
the truth? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this is State of Florida versus Chase Brandon Stewart, 22 CF 1397. That's the VOP, and 23 CF 754. You want to admit that you violated probation and also enter a no contest plea to possession of a controlled substance, a third-degree felony, and possession of paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor. Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
I do understand.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
Sir?
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, Your Honor, I am NOT.
You're not?
I'm not.
Okay. You happy with the work Ms. Flowers has done for you on your case?
Your Honor,
You're happy with the work Ms. Flowers has done for you on your case?
I am happy with Mrs. Flowers.
Okay. All right, on 40, court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered and the admission. The court accepts it. And on 22 CF 1397, the court's going to judge guilty, revoke and terminate probation, a new term of 36 months probation, credit for time served. Does that mean credit for the probationary time he's already served? Or is that
Just credit for time served that he's had in the jail,
in a jail?
not towards.
Oh, I got you,
probationary
credit for
time.
times,
I should have put that first, and then a new term of 36 months. probation.
Okay, so in other words, no additional jail time,
No.
correct? Okay. Yeah,
Now, is there an early term for probation, a half or three-quarter, if all my fines are paid?
You can petition.
can
the court
ask for that.
Early termination at the two.
that's not a
At
part of,
two-thirds? Yes, ma'am.
you can ask, that's not a guarantee you'll get it, but you can ask for it.
Understood.
It's completed, yeah.
Now, let me think where I was. You are to enter and successfully complete Keaton program, bars to bed, no alcohol, prescription drugs without a doctor's prescription. Do not associate with drug users. So if you see someone in a store, it looks like a drug user, you kind of turn around, go the other aisle, okay?
Understood.
10 weekly AA or NA meetings after Keaton, $100 VOP fee, $150 cost of defense, and waive cost of supervision. In 23 CF 754, you're judged guilty, 36 months probation concurrent with credit for time served, I guess jail time, no additional jail time. Enter and successfully complete Keaton program, bars to bed, no alcohol or prescription drugs without doctor's prescription, do not associate with drug users, attend weekly AA or NA meetings after Keaton, $550 court cost, $100 cost of prosecution, $100 cost of defense, waive cost of supervision, and on count 2 sentences you to credit for time served, adjudicated on all counts, all cases,
And Your Honor,
guilty.
on the plea form for the NAAA meetings, does the plea form indicate for 6 months, weekly for 6 months after release?
No. I'll put 6 months for NA or AA. You mean take it, attend the meetings for 6 months, or he's got 6 months to start it?
Well, all I was gonna say, Your Honor, is Keaton, to complete it and get a certificate, you have to do 6 months of aftercare, and it's 1 meeting a week with Keaton.
Perfect.
So
Is
that's
that,
included.
is that in
That's
the,
included in Keaton,
Okay.
yes, for you to get your certificate, you
Will-
have to do your aftercare also.
will I have to go all the way to Keaton's
Pensacola.
area
Yes. That's
for
where the
6 more
aftercare
months?
is. Yes.
So I have to live out there for 6 more months?
No, it's just once a week,
I have to drive from up here to
yes,
Navarre?
yes.
Okay,
Pensacola, yes, once a week.
all right.
All right, so do I need to write 6 months? Or
No, Your Honor. I
Okay.
think it's going to be included.
I think that's it.
All right, I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Lawson present?
Is it Lawson? Mr. Lawson?
This is my last case, Your Honor. This is Jonathan Clay Lawson, 19 CF 3008. We've set it for today for him to get his community service done. Okay, he wasn't able to get it done, so. So he's gonna, are you gonna be able to?
Jonathan Clay Lawson?
Been busy working at it. I ain't got time.
Okay.
Is there any
I
kind of
think,
way I can buy it back?
is there, he's asked. I think the state is willing to do a withhold, and he's already paid his court costs. He just didn't get, he was on a pretrial intervention, or DPA or PTI, and didn't get his community service done. So we gave him till today to get it done. He says he's just been really busy with work, hasn't gotten it done, so he would, do you want to plead no?
I mean, how much community service work was he supposed to do?
25 hours.
You can't do 25 hours of community service work? Go down there and who does he do it with? Like the Salvation Army or something like that?
Your Honor, the Exodus program here in town has it. They have a thrift shop. They stay open. They're open every Saturday.
You can't go down there and do 3 Saturdays or something and get it done?
We set it for September 7th for him to try to get it done once more.
I'll give you till September 7th. It's a lot better working in a thrift shop than having some type of record, criminal record or whatever. That might affect your license as a contractor or whatever it is. You go down to the thrift shop, you may see something you like down there and buy it yourself, but
Yes, sir.
you may even get a discount if you're working there. I don't know, but I'm going to give you till September 7th. Get those 25 hours done, okay? I mean, you can do that. Yeah.
And that's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mr. Bo Powell,
Morning, Judge. I'm ready.
morning.
Aaron Renaud.
Aaron?
Aaron Renaud, Ronnow. He's present. Case number 22 CF 3056. We have a plea agreement, Judge.
Okay.
I could approach.
Yeah. Morning. All right, you're Aaron Renaud.
Yes, sir.
Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this course is true, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
This is case State of Florida versus Aaron Raymond Renaud, 22 CF 3056. You want to enter a no contest plea to the lesser offense of felony battery, a third degree felony, as a lesser offense to a second degree felony that you are facing. So you want to enter no contest plea to that charge. You understand that? You got to speak up a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? You aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Are you happy with the work Mr. Powell's done for you in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Sentences you to 30, let's see, adjudicated guilty, 36 months probation, completed substance abuse evaluation, mental health evaluation, and anger management evaluation with any recommended treatment. No contact with alleged victim except as allowed by any other court order, or if alleged victim requests contact in writing. $767 fines and court costs, $100 cost of prosecution. And anything else?
Just that Mr. Renaud works in Florella, Alabama, and so we just want to make sure there's no issues with him going to Alabama for work. He has a address here locally, but he had been staying in an RV in Alabama.
What does probation say?
Your Honor, if on the record you'll put that it's okay for him to travel into Alabama for work purposes, that'll take care of the whole thing.
State has no objection.
He can travel to Alabama for work purposes.
And Judge, would the court be inclined to waive the cost of supervision for Mr. Renaud?
All right, probation,
That's fine.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. No other issues.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
We take I've kind of had a rough morning this morning. Miss Leone is, she's battling me on everything, and Mr. Williams is talking way too many paragraphs. And Mr. Gibbs is here on time. I got that going for me. So. All right, we'll take about a 15-minute break.
All rise, please.
Never gonna let that down.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Fat Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Bad Boy's Juicy Beef and Tasty Bird is located at 482 North Wilston Street in historic downtown Crestview, just 1 block from the courthouse. We open at 10 a.m. with amazing lunch specials until 2 p.m., serving incredible burgers, wings, sandwiches, and appetizers. Join us for happy hour Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
Congratulations, Dixie Dan Powell, for your recent induction into the National Trial Lawyers Top 100. The National Trial Lawyers Top 100 is an organization celebrating premier trial lawyers from across the country who meet stringent qualifications as civil and/or criminal defense lawyers.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045. Dave's Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at Dave'sTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office on North Verdon Boulevard for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestview.agent.com.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hi, I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
My stuff will go quick after this because I'm gonna, anybody I've got to clean up a plea offer on, I'm gonna pass till this afternoon. So it was actually a little bit older charge.
We're not. We're not. Just kidding.
All rise, please. Court's back in session.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Richard Abenohar. Judge, he's here on two VOP case numbers, 22 CF 2903, 23 CF 146. He also has an arraignment coming up for 23 CF 1544. Judge, we'd like to plead not guilty and enter denials as appropriate on these cases. If we can leave this set for pretrial August 28th, we'll be looking into treatment options for him.
All right, August 28th. Thank you.
You already got me on the 5 years.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Raymond Lee Allen. Judge, this is 23 CF 1305. We have an agreement, if I may approach.
All right. Mr. Allen, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear
Yes,
the
sir.
testimony you give for is course of truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, the state of Florida versus Raymond Lee Allen, 23 CF 1305. And Mr. Allen, you are entering a no contest plea to the charge of battery while in jail. Correct, sir? That's what you want to do? That's what you want to do?
1 second, Your Honor.
Well, I was just reviewing his score sheet with him, Judge. Right now, it reflects a minimum guideline sentence of 33.325 months. There are some charges on here that he believes are not correct. However, the plea agreement that we signed calls for 6 months in the jail with credit for time served. All right, and he indicates that he does want to accept that plea, Judge, today. So this would
Okay.
be a downward departure. I may approach the score sheet.
All right. You want to enter this plea, Mr. Allen?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case? Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Adjudicates you guilty. Sentence you to 6 months, Okaloosa County Jail. Credit for time served, $100 cost of prosecution. Standard court costs, $150 PD fee. Due within 180 days of release or to judgment.
Thank you,
Okay?
Judge. We were also set for a bond hearing today. We'll, of course, withdraw that as moot.
Okay, how much time has he served already?
He's got a month or two, Judge, somewhere between 1 and 2 months.
Credit for time served,
That
too?
he's got credit for,
Yeah,
Judge.
okay.
All time, sir.
You get credit for all the time you've been in, yes, sir.
You'll probably be released
In a couple months.
couple months.
A few months, maybe
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Got a month and a half.
Okay, that's right. All right. If they give you a different credit, let me know and we'll look into it, okay?
Yeah, I should have 73 days.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Shamar Anderson. Over here, sir. This is 22 CF 2184. We have reached an agreement, Judge, if I may approach.
All right. You are Shamar Anderson.
Sir.
Would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court's truth, so help you God? You swear to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
This is the state of Florida versus Shamar Anderson, 22 CF 2184. Mr. Anderson, you want to enter a admission of violation of probation?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this admission?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on this case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the admission freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, adjudicates you guilty, reinstate probation, modify the remainder to community control sanctions, complete original requirements with an addition, adding $100 cost of prosecution, $150 PD fee.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
And Judge, the score sheet here, no objection.
And the adjudication, Your Honor, I didn't catch that.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry.
The agreement did call for an adjudication, Judge.
Adjudication.
Adjudicated
Okay, thank you.
guilty. Adjudicated guilty.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Shannon Leon Beck. This is 21 CF 2000. We have reached an agreement, Judge, if I may approach.
And the score sheet.
Mr. Beck, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for is course of truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
This is 21 CF 2000, State of Florida versus Shannon Leon Beck. Mr. Beck, you want to enter a admission that you violated probation?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Where the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds admission freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Reinstates supervision with all original terms and conditions, except with the following modifications. You serve weekend county jail sentences for the next 3 months, checking in every Friday at 7 p.m. with release by Sunday, 7 p.m., waiving credit for the purpose of this particular plea and sentencing imposition. The court may consider termination of supervision after all original and newly imposed conditions are complete and adjudicated guilty. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That's for the next 3 months on weekends?
Yes.
For the next 3 months, every weekend in jail.
Okay. And
Seven to 7.
7 p.m.
Friday.
Friday
Friday?
to 7 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, and just so the court's aware, and I know Mr. Beck's aware, when his time is done at the county jail, they're going to hold him until we can get out there and affix the GPS monitor on him every time. Every time. I don't know that they're going to let him keep that ankle monitor on, but we will check on it. But just so the court's aware, every weekend we're going to have to be out there, I think, to reaffix the GPS.
Well, look, I mean, do you normally go out there on weekend, or is that? I mean, why has he got to why has he got to have the GPS monitor?
Because he is a sex offender, Judge, this is a downward departure plea.
Oh, okay. You want to do straight time?
What he means.
He wants to do straight time.
Whatever that amounts to for the weekends that he would have in 3 months, what is it? Yeah, 36 days.
36 days with credit for time served?
Well, no, it wouldn't be a credit, Your Honor.
36 days, additional 36 days in jail?
Yes.
VOP credit.
Would you rather do that than
36
weekends?
days?
Pardon?
Credit, with VOP credit.
What do you mean VOP credit?
Judge, he's been in the jail most recently for a few weeks at
He's
least.
been in there about 2 weeks.
But this sentence is instead of, like, yeah, he needs to serve the 36 days if he wants.
36 from today.
Yes. Or he needs to come back, get there every weekend for 3 months.
Take the 36 from today. Okay.
That revoking his probation.
When is it due to terminate?
Terminate when I get up to done with the 36.
He's scheduled to terminate in
Oh, January.
Your Honor, I know Mr. Beck. Mr. Beck lives in a very, very remote spot of Okaloosa County. GPS is a very big headache, not only for him, for us. We manage, and we have been managing with him. He actually has to drive about 3 miles down the road every day, sit in a specific spot to get GPS to come in. We have determined where that spot is. He knows where it is. We know where it is. He left the damn thing.
This violation is he was on his way to work. and he left it.
Right. We had to submit the VOP. 36 days. We understand what he's going through, but we had to, by our policy, submit the VOP.
I think, Judge, we can modify that agreement to 36 days from today in jail to terminate his probation.
So everything's, his probation terminated after he serves 36 days in jail
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
from today? Is that what you, that's,
Let's affirm that on the record. Is that what you
okay, I'll
wanted to
change the sentence to, everything is the same except, so that weekend jail time, I'll make it straight time. Well, I'll make it 36 days. And then after that, his probation is terminated? Is that what you're saying?
That's the agreement, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See what a hassle it is when you break the law?
Yes, sir. Hey, I've been trying my
It's
best
a lot
to
easier.
remember that box.
It's a lot easier not to break the law.
Oh,
GPS can be difficult in the more rural areas
All
of the
right,
county.
so that's what you're sentenced to,
Yes, sir.
36 days, county
you, Judge.
jail.
Yes, thank you, sir.
And that is still a downward departure, Judge.
Yeah, okay.
All right, thank
You
you.
may still need to speak with them. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Brandon Brewer. This is 23 CF 1223. Judge, he also has a new law case, 23 CF 1612, if I can have just 1 minute. Judge, we'd like to enter denial and not guilty plea on each of these cases as appropriate. If we could leave this set for pretrial 8/28.
All right, August 28th. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Gibbs, that offer that the offers we discussed, I'll only leave them open until pre-trial, then they'll be revoked.
So she just said is she's not willing to keep that 36-month offer after pretrial, after the 28th, so that it'll expire on the 28th. So I'll come talk to you about that and see what we want to try to do, okay?
So the deal might not be on the table?
It'll
then?
be on the table until the 28th.
And there ain't no way that I can ask the judge for suspended sentence?
Brown. Morning, Your Honor. Tim Gibbs on behalf of Kelvin Brown. This is 22 CF 1420, 22 CF 1823. Judge, we'd like to enter denial for today's purposes. If we could set this for August 31st without subpoenas, we're working on getting him referred to Keaton.
All right, August 31st. Thank you, sir.
So hopefully they get you a call soon. We put that referral in. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Stephen Bullard. This is 20 CF 2839. I can have just one moment. That's what you still want to do. I just need you to sign right there for me, please. We do have an agreement, Judge, on this case. He's signing his written plea at this time. Today's date, please, which is August 10th. Thank you. Finally approached, Judge.
Score sheet, Mr. Gibbs.
Mr. Buller, would you raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for is course of truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
This is State of Florida versus Stephen Todd Bullard, 20 CF 2839. You want to enter an admission that you violated probation, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
Absolutely.
Court finds the admissions freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it, revoke and terminate probation, sentenced to 4 months Okaloosa County Jail, credit for time served, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 PD fee, money due within 180 days of release, then sent to collections, adjudicated guilty.
Thank you, Judge. And I have the score sheet with no objection.
Thank you.
Okay.
Get you over there in just a minute. Just kind of wait off to the side over here, all right? Mr. Dixon. Okay. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Akeem Dixon.
Okay.
Judge, this is 6 case numbers, 18 CF 2695, 19 CF 562, 19 CF 1659, 19 CF 1660, 20 CF 835, 22 CF 1506. If I can have just one moment. Judge, I believe we're also set for a bond hearing this morning. That was what was announced at the last court date. I didn't realize until yesterday afternoon that the bond motions hadn't been filed, but I have filed them since, and I'd like to proceed with the bond hearing if the court's.
What's his current bond?
I'm sorry?
What's his current bond?
He doesn't have a bond, Judge. These are all VOP case numbers.
Oh.
Bond is discretionary, of course, with the court. We're asking for a $1,000 cash or professional bond on each case for a total of $6,000. He will be living locally. He does have a job waiting for him at Chili's, has 2 young children, ages 5 and 7 years old. He and his wife also own a cleaning business together. He does have a couple failures to appear, Judge, but he will be living locally and will be wanting to try to resolve this case as soon as possible. Otherwise, he essentially wants to get out back to his family, Judge. Most of his history are drugs. The only violent history that he has was a felony case that was reduced to a misdemeanor battery. The largest charge that he has on the current cases is possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. It was a single bullet. That's the most recent case. Otherwise, Judge, it's all possession charges as well as driving on a suspended license.
Leon?
Yeah, the state objects to for this defendant to be released on bond. In the whole history of his criminal activity, he has violated probation 14 times. He pled to those 6 cases, on April 6, 2023, and he violated, and he scored prison time at that time. He was afforded another chance to be sent to Teen Challenge program in Pensacola. After about 3 weeks, he decided to just leave the program without permission, and since then, he's been considered an absconder from probation. As the court is aware, we're here on 18 CF 2695, 19 CF 562, 19 CF 1659, 19 CF 1660, 20 CF 835, 22 CF 1506. The defendant presently scores a total of 60 months, a total of 108 points, with 54 of these points being for violation of probation. It would be an illegal sentence to sentence him to anything lower than the guidelines simply because he doesn't have any reason for a downward departure. Since the defendant scores prison time, and that's the offer of the state, I don't believe that he should be released on bond at this time.
He would like to testify, Judge, about some of those circumstances if the court's inclined.
Well, he's got an extensive resume and some VOP and some failure to appears. I'm going to leave the bond the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, otherwise, I believe we'd have to enter denials if we could leave this set for
August 31st?
31st without subpoenas for now.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
Mr. Gibb, that offer is revoked.
Okay.
So the offer now is guidelines.
What she said is that 24 without credit and 36 with credit. She's not willing to do that.
Next.
Talk about it.
Okay. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Jessica Carroll. This is a new law violation, Judge 23 CF 1531. We are here for a bond hearing this morning, Judge. She's currently charged, I believe, with resisting arrest with violence. She's been in jail since July 6th. She currently has a $1,000 cash professional bond that she is not able to meet. We are requesting that to be modified to an ROR or a signature bond. She's lived in the area for 20 years, Judge. She's actually residing at the address where this started. It started as a welfare check. Allegedly, she was out in her front yard wearing a bra and I think some shorts. At that time, she had apparently run off, but she would be living here locally in Crestview. I don't have any reason to believe that she would miss court. She does have a failure to appear from February 2022. That was apparently due to a medical issue. That's, of course, been resolved. She is a high school graduate. She does have a job locally. She simply can't make her bond, and therefore we're asking the court to modify that to an ROR or a signature.
First, I would like to state that she has 6 failure to appear misdemeanor, not just 1 from February.
Okay.
Second, yes, it did start as a welfare check, but it ended up in a pond where the officers had to get into to try to get her, and she picked up stones and threatened to throw them at the officers as they were trying to identify her. She scores right now 17 months in prison. And due to the offense and the evidence that is present in the case through body camera of the officers, I think $1,000 cash or professionally is reasonable.
She has a prior record.
Yes, yes, Your Honor. She has petty theft, 2 charges, violation of injunction against repeated violence, 2, 8 possession of paraphernalia, 4 felony batteries, 5 trespass on property, 1 exposure of sexual organs, 1 child abuse without causing great bodily harm.
I'm gonna leave her bond the way it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, we'll still get depot set and everything like that to see what we can do, okay? I'll come see you in the jail, okay? Yeah, I'll come see you in the jail. Judge, I believe she's already still set for pretrial 8/28, just so we make sure we have a court date for her.
8/28.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of John Fleming. He's here this morning on 22 CF 2205 for a VOP. I believe he also has arraignment set this afternoon on 23 CF 1634. Judge, we'd like to enter denial and not guilty plea on these cases and leave this set for pretrial 8/28.
All right, 8/28. Thank you. Not guilty.
So yeah, we'll see if we can or can't find her.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Jesse Gainey. This is 22 CF 401, 22 CF 402, 22 CF 2929. We are set for a bond hearing this morning, but I just wanted a minute with Mr. Gainey. Judge, we are set for a bond hearing on Mr. Gainey's cases. He's been incarcerated on this VOP since June 2nd. A lot of these allegations deal with GPS issues. Mr. Gainey also reports some mental health issues he has been trying to get down to the Fort Walton Beach Medical Center. He indicates that he's not receiving the normal mental health treatment that he normally gets while in the jail. His plan is to go to the Fort Walton Beach Medical Center as soon as he's able to, if he's released, to resume his mental health treatment. He does have a job waiting for him locally. He would be living locally here in Crestview. He is married with 2 children, ages 8 and 10. He does have, like I said, he has job prospects. We're concerned about his mental health. We're concerned about him decompensating in the jail if he's not receiving the treatment that he normally gets, that he needs. Therefore, we're asking Judge, these are VOPs. He's not entitled to a bond on the VOPs. It's discretionary with the court. He is requesting, Judge, a bail of $1,000 cash professional on each case for a total of $3,000. He believes he can make that cash or professional bond in order to go get his treatment. While out on bond, he would also, of course, be under the supervision of probation, would likely still have to be on GPS as required while he's out. So the court and probation, of course, would know where he is.
I just have to submit to the court that he's a violent felony offender of special concern, so he's not entitled to a bond.
Ms. Leon, what charge are you seeing that qualifies?
The robbery without a weapon, an F2L6, and then sexual battery against a person. That should qualify him.
Are you seeing those out of state?
He's a registered sex offender. I believe
Right.
that the offense that qualified him for it is the sexual battery, slight force, defendant younger than 18, and victim 12 years of age.
Hold on.
So,
I
and then a
didn't
robbery
see
without
that.
a weapon, that qualifies him for a violent
Hold on.
felony offender.
Hold on. They're not saying the victim.
Besides, Your Honor, he scores 100 months in prison.
I'm gonna leave the bond the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
He's looking at 100 months in prison.
That's what he scores, Judge.
I know, I'm leaving the bond the way it is. Thank you.
Understood. But then otherwise, Judge, I believe we need to set this, we can leave it set 9/7.
Okay, September 7th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, he did have an offer of 4 years DOC credit for time served concurrent on these 3 cases. He's indicating that he'd like to accept that. If the state is still amenable to extending that offer, I can write that up on a written plea agreement and bring him back later this morning.
All right, we'll do that.
Thank you.
So let me go write that up. All right, they'll bring you back up. I'm just gonna write that up. Okay, all right. Excuse me.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is William Pease. He's before the court on 22 CF 2897, 22 CF 3096, 23 CF 73, 23 CF 81, and 23 CF 267. We have reached an agreement with the state. I'm going to have to write it up. I'm requesting to put this on August 31st.
And you want to bring it back this afternoon?
Your Honor, it would. I'm sorry? Is that possible? If I could leave and come, yeah. We can try it.
I understand you're busy. Just want to get this over.
I can't seem to find him on the docket, but
He was on my 32.
32. Well, what you want to do, you want to set him on August, what's his name?
William Pease.
Oh, okay. You want to bring him back this afternoon for a plea, or you want to do it August 31st?
Huh? Your Honor, he wants to do it this afternoon. I will try to get it typed up. in time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Bring you back this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Rivers.
Your Honor, I understand there's been a change regarding the plea agreements. I just want to verify real quick. Your Honor, if we could set this one for this afternoon.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
She's not?
No.
Then what are we bringing her back this afternoon?
Your Honor, I'd originally written up the plea agreement as a plea to the court, but then I was told that she had changed and accepted the state's offer, so I've already written all over it with the terms and conditions.
So what's she going to do?
She would like to enter a plea straight up to the court.
And you made an offer?
I did, Your Honor. It was actually a downward departure, 22 months in prison, and she scores 30.15 months in prison. Got 3 open cases. So that was the offer. Probation was involved in this because she is here on violation of probation cases as well as a new law, and it was my understanding that Mr. Berry agreed to the 22 months downward departure as well, and that she was going to accept that.
But, Your Honor, she is indicating that she does want to do Phoenix House.
I've never had that opportunity. I've already been to prison a couple times.
But she's never had the opportunity to do rehab, and so she is wanting to do the rehab. And is wanting to ask the court to consider giving her the rehab.
And I think probation just has some statements, but the court regarding, it would have to be a downward departure from the court, and she scores 68.2 points, which is not eligible, makes her not eligible for a drug-based court program. So it would have to be some type of downward departure because she does score 30.15 months. Barry, I don't know if you have any input for the court.
Your Honor, I've supervised Ms. Rodriguez numerous times, myself. She can't do supervision. There's a period after that. She can't. I just talked to her 15 minutes ago, told her that they would give her 22 months DOC. She will be out in no time, and she'll be free to go wherever
How
she
much
wants.
time has she already served in jail? Or in-
How much time have you done?
2 months.
And another issue is that I do believe she's marked as a violent felony offender of special concern.
I'll give you the 2.1 months?
Well, the state had offered 22 as a downward departure, but she scores 30.15 months DOC, bottom of the guidelines.
She has an extensive criminal.
I'm going to give you the 22 months if you want to plead.
But, Your Honor, she's never been given the opportunity for rehab, and this was.
Well, I'm not going to give her one either.
Okay.
So what you want to do? You got to plead for
22
me?
months.
I chased her all over Okaloosa County trying to find her and trying to help her
That's
get
fine.
rehab, and she wouldn't do it,
Is
Judge.
this
Right,
22
yeah.
months DOC?
Okay.
Credit all time served, revoke and terminate probations, and then those are the court costs.
That's fine, yeah. I'm sorry, Judge.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Rodriguez, would you raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court's the truth, so help you God? State of Florida versus Melinda Jean Rodriguez, and this is case number 23 CF 1268, 22 CF 1611, 21 CF 2171. You want to enter a no contest plea and an admission of violation of probation. The no contest plea is to a third-degree felony and admit you violated probation, correct? You want to do that? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this admission and this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission and plea? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Rivers has done for you on your case?
Absolutely.
Court finds the admission and plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Excuse me. Sentence you to 22 months, Department of Corrections, credit for time served on all cases. Concurrent. Revoke and terminate probation on 22 CF 164 and 21 CF 2171. $415 court costs on 23 CF 1268. $100 cost of prosecution on 22 CF 1611 and 21 CF 2171. $100 cost of prosecution on 23 CF 1268. $100 PD fee on each case. $50 application fee on 23 CF 1268. And adjudicated guilty on all cases, all counts. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Those monies and all the VOP monies to collections, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith.
Your Honor, before the court this morning is Donovan Smith on 22 CF 2441. He is also set for arraignment this afternoon. This morning, it's number 34. This afternoon, it is 29. And so as for his violation of probation, we would enter a denial. As for his new law, flee and elude, we would enter a not guilty plea and request trial by jury. We would ask that both of these cases track together. I am in the process of trying to work with the state on that issue.
All right, what do we want to do with him? September 7th? Okay.
But I'll
September
come-
7th, thank you.
I'm still coming on Friday. Thank you, Your Honor.
Golly.
Your Honor, at this time, we're going to enter a denial, and we are going to request that this be put on the next docket.
You talking about September 5th or September 7th?
September 7th, Your Honor.
7th, okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, before the court is David Stamp on 22 CF 236, 22 CF 237. These are violations of probation. We're going to enter a denial at this time. And if we could put it on for September 7th?
All right, September 7th. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement in this matter. However, this is going to be somewhat complicated and convoluted. So, Mr. Webb, this is Vernon Webb, he is before the court on 22 CF 2054. He was put on probation for 2 cases at the exact same time, 22 CF 2054, 22 CF 2749. We've reached an agreement on those cases. However, for whatever reason, 22 CF 2749 is just now sitting out there. I asked to see if the warrant is ready to be served on him, but it's not.
And I had somebody else check on it since you discussed it with me.
So Madam Clerk, do you show that two? But not that it's worked its way through. And what day is your 90 days done?
September the 4th or 5th.
Want to bring him back August 31st?
Yes, yes, because we got to get you served on that other case, or you'll have to come right back here.
I'm confused.
I'll talk to you about it. I'll come on tomorrow, and I'll talk to you about it, okay? Okay, good. Okay, good. They have to get you served on that other case. Otherwise, you would get rearrested.
Oh, are we
Okay.
still looking at the same name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll
August
just bring you back
31st.
on the 31st.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is number 39 on the docket, Jody Yawn, 21 CF, I think it's 229, no, sorry, 829. Your Honor, he was previously at Florida State Hospital. Florida State Hospital has filed saying that he is now competent. We're asking the court to make a finding that he is competent so he can go forward and address his case.
No objection.
All right, court,
Taking into consideration the findings.
yeah, the court has reviewed the findings and finds he's competent now to face the charges.
And Your Honor, if we could put this on the 8/28 docket.
August 28th. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. Gotta go.
Your Honor, we're back on the record with Mr. Gainey, 22 CF 401, 22 CF 402, 20 CF 2929. Judge, he indicated earlier he would have wanted to accept the state's offer. I'm going to review that again with
All
him.
right.
So again, it's revoked premature. DOC with credit for time served, whatever that credit is. Let me know and I'll look into it. Sign it? Okay. This is what you want to do. You need to sign right up there for me, please. That's what this is. She's not agreed.
I'm talking about you, but
If I may approach Judge with a written clean score sheet.
All right.
No objection to the score sheet, Judge, in the sense that this is still a downward departure.
All right, you're Jesse Gainey. Would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for us court's truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is 22 CF 401, 22 CF 402, 22 CF 2929. Mr. Gainey, you want to admit that you violated probation, is that correct? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form, which explains your rights? You're aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this admission? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Just on your regular medication?
On my medication.
Okay, but you know what you're doing here today? Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case? Court finds the admissions freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Court's going to revoke and terminate probation, 4 years DOC credit for all time served, concurrent, $100 cost of prosecution times 3, $100 PD fee times 3, $50 PD application fee, all monetary requirements to collections. So downward departure on a legitimate, uncoerced plea bargain, adjudicated guilty, all cases.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Judge, we did a motion to withdraw on Ms. Holly's case that the court has granted. I don't know why her.
Who's her attorney?
It was originally me, Judge. We discovered a conflict of interest and filed a motion to withdraw and appoint conflict counsel.
Who's her conflict counsel?
I don't know who it would have been.
Ms. Ann?
Should be Ms. Flowers, yeah.
All right, well, is Ms. Flowers coming back today?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Judge, I don't know.
I'm
I
not
can.
sure.
I have her cell number. I can try to contact her.
Well, it's for a VOP evidentiary. Ms. Flowers is always timely here and prepared. There must be some kind of confusion.
She may just have not been made aware of it.
Why don't we just set Ms. Holly for August 31st?
Yes, sir.
Okay?
I think she's already set for pretrial on her new law case on the 28th.
Yeah, so
28th? Okay, 28th. We'll set you for the 28th, and Ms. Flowers maybe can get the whole thing fixed for you.
There's no way that I could, like, try to plead out right now?
Well, no, because your attorney's not here to advise you and fill out a form. So the next court date that I have is August 28th. Okay? Thank you.
Ms. Hutto, is my case, Judge. We heard back from Favor House. We're going to be able to resolve this case today. I typed up a plea offer for her, but we've got the final word on it while I was in court today. So if we can have her come back either at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, or I
All
can
right.
have her sign it and
We'll
resolve it.
bring her
then.
back at 1:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. 1:30, Judge?
Yeah.
should have Ingram. Ah. Ms. Leone, has anything changed with the evaluation between yesterday and today?
It still needs to be completed.
Judge, the case was originally passed so the state could have their expert evaluate Mr. Ingram. Apparently, they've not yet received a report. I met with Mr. Ingram yesterday and explained to him what was going on.
All right, we'll bring him back on the 28th.
Can we do, Your Honor, maybe the 28th is fine. Hopefully.
That's actually earlier than I told you it might be.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mr. Lewis?
Is this Wendell Shane Lewis?
It is, Judge, if you'll give me just a second. Judge, we have a negotiated plea in.
All right, Mr. Lewis, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court's the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This is the same form that I gave you before that had the original. Changed it on the front to read 22. Okay. Do you mind if I date it for you, sir?
No, sir, go ahead.
See, I just changed it to 22. You can write that in there if you want. I mean, that's what happens when you just send somebody to straight time. Well, only if you provide for probation afterwards. All right, Judge, we have a negotiated plea agreement. It's to 22 months with credit for all time served. Previously been sentenced to 180 days, so that should include that 180 days.
Mr. This is State of Florida versus Wendell Shane Lewis, 21 CF 2208. Mr. Lewis, you want to admit that you violated probation?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
You wear the rights you're waiving by entering this admission?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
Sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Williams has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the admission is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Judge you guilty. 22 months. Department of Corrections with credit for any time served. $100 cost of prosecution, $50 PD app fee, $100 PD fee. Send out any outstanding financials to collections and adjudicated guilty. What is this handwritten?
Revoke term, RNT.
Oh, revoke and terminate probate. Okay, it looked like rat to me. I didn't know what rat meant.
That was her handwriting, not mine.
Is he a rat? Like a rat, but okay, revoke and terminate it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anybody's handwriting is better than mine. My father's a doctor's handwriting was better than mine. Maybe.
Is this Chance Ray Mayberry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is, Judge. Judge, he's got another case in misdemeanor that's forming the basis for this. I've spoken with that attorney, and they have an evaluation outstanding.
So you want to continue this?
Yes, sir.
What about September, how much time you need?
Judge, I wouldn't think they'd need much. We usually use Dr. Zeman, and he's pretty quick.
28th of September?
I would, yes, sir. I wouldn't think any longer than that.
only-
His next court date on the misdemeanor is August 25th.
September 28th, set.
Yeah,
The state, Your Honor.
we'll do that. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
So I'm waiting on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
on your misdemeanor.
On misdemeanor?
On your misdemeanor. That's where the evaluation's being done.
Is that a psych eval?
Yeah.
Okay. We're getting through it, all right.
Judge, we've got a negotiated plea in this case.
All right, Mr. McCoskey, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court's the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Judge, we do have an agreement on it, but when I printed it out on my home computer this morning, before leaving for work, apparently it did not print the balance of the agreement. So if we can pass him till 1:30, I'll go back to the office and
Okay,
reprint it.
1:30. We'll bring you back 1:30.
All right, come back.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Your Honor, we need to pass this without subpoenas. I'm awaiting a evaluation.
What do you want to go to?
September 28th?
All right, September 28th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, he is, okay.
Here we go.
Hey, Mr. Nitsky. Judge, I'm going to enter a denial for him.
Okay.
At this time, I don't think we've got,
You want to go September 26th? 28th?
That works for the state, Your Honor.
yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. I'll bring you back on September 28th. Hopefully, we'll be able to resolve it then, okay?
Okay.
Judge, I believe that's all the cases I have with the court for this morning.
Do we have any more inmates ready? Is that all we have this morning?
I think so, yeah.
Then we have arraignments.
That's all I have this morning, Judge.
Do we have any VOP hearings?
No.
No, Your Honor.
We've got other hearings
We got
this
this,
afternoon.
we have this lady back here, don't we?
No, sir, I'm here with my son, Jaden Moore. He's on juvenile probation, and he had to set in on half a day of VOP court. That's why we were here.
Oh, okay.
She has a form here that needs to be signed off on.
All right. I'll sign it. What's his name?
Jaden Moore, J-A-Y.
Jaden Moore? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it says, I gotta have my bailiff sign it. So.
D-E-N. Moore with two O's.
All right, do y'all want to take a lunch break? You want
You wanna hang out?
to hang out?
Yeah, why not, Judge?
We could just all go to lunch together.
I went down to a judges conference in Naples last week, whatever, and they had those conference rooms at like 50 degrees, but outside it was like 105.